Hello. So I'm going to do a simple three-card spread with the past, present, and future. And first card is your past, second card is your present, third card is your future. So if you have something in mind, like a concern or a question or a theme that you want to explore, anything that comes to mind, think about that in terms of this progression from the past to the future. And if you were here, I would normally get you to cut the deck, but you're not, so we'll just make do. Um, Keep in mind, I know a bit about you, not much, but bits and pieces. So if it seems more personal, that's why. But let's just see what comes up. I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be a career reading or a love reading, but that usually comes up in the cards. So let's see what we have. Your past is the Chariot. Your present is the Seven of Pentacles. And your future is a Hierophant. So the Chariot in the past kind of represents travel or over some sort of destination that you've taken, this travel or trying to get to a destination, essentially. Some sort of trip or progression that you've taken. If you look, they're in a chariot, and it's kind of like there's an element of teamwork here. Maybe you've had a lot of people help you in your past to get to a certain point, and I see this as a very career related reading, or something to do with a skill or trade that you've learned, and you'll see why. So yeah, I see this as a very, this was a point where you were starting from scratch maybe, and then there seems to be an element of travel here. And Chariot actually is a card that when I think of it, I think of you, and I'll tell you why. Because there's this singer named Gavin DeGraw who I always think of when I think of you. I don't know why. Anyway, he has a song called Chariot. I don't think it has anything to do with tarot, but you see my thought progression there, like from Gavin DeGraw, Chariot, to the song Chariot. Anyway, it is about travel and about getting from one place to another, from point A to point B. So I see this as your past. You did a lot of work to get from point A to point B, and you had help. In the present moment, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is a very materialistic suit. So this is kind of like looking at the fruits of your labor. Maybe you've done a lot to be where you are, and the Chariot sort of points to that. Now is the time to kind of survey everything that you've accumulated. And if you look, she's kind of like just looking at the field upon which she has, harvested her goods or whatever. So there's this feeling of a harvest of whether it's skills or material wealth, whatever it is, you've accumulated something, and you're sort of assessing and trying to figure out the next step, essentially. It's a moment to kind of reflect and appreciate how far you've come. So in the future, you have the Hierophant, and to me, this is a card of mentorship. If you look closely, he's kind of like giving direction to these like students, I guess. And he's wise. He's somebody, and this could be you, or you could be one of the students. So there's somebody, whether it's you who will step into a mentorship role, or somebody who you're working with will sort of take on a mentorship role with you. They will become your mentor. Somebody that you look up to, and has a lot of worldly knowledge. So I see this as a good place for the future to be or for a good card to have in your future placement. Yeah, it seems like there's a period of study or mentorship or apprenticeship that's coming up in your life, and it looks promising. So I hope this resonated with you, and if it didn't, I'm sorry. I'm still learning. But yeah, I say now is the time to sort of appreciate your accumulated wealth or your material assets, whatever it is, the fruits of your labor, and know that there's a period of apprenticeship or mentorship coming up that you should look forward to. So yeah, thanks. Bye.